Shoot him, nigga. You waiting on? Oh my god.
These are the moments when cops
There's blood all over him and her.
With a dangerous suspect who nearly stabbed a woman to death. On July 29th, 2023, officers with the Elizabeth Police Department were dispatched to a domestic disturbance involving a dispute and an unwanted person inside a multifamily residence. The caller reported that the man was dangerous, armed, and not supposed to be there at all. Officers arrived just 5 minutes later and entered the home to assess the situation. But they had no idea they were about to walk into a complete nightmare.
Please! Hey! Hey, yo! Yo!
Oh, I'm already having my gun out. Shoot him! You waiting on?
As the suspect nearly stabbed a woman, the officer discharged his weapon, saving her life in that split second. The suspect, later identified as 42-year-old Esteban Alegraya Hurtado, was intoxicated and involved in a dispute with the female resident, who was his brother's wife. Officers immediately secured the knife and began life-saving efforts. Hurtado was transported to the hospital in critical condition, but later succumbed to his injuries. No criminal charges were filed against the officers. Next up, you will see an even deadlier incident, where a husband almost took his wife's life and ended up facing the cops in that moment. On February 3rd, 2024, just after midday, dispatch received a harrowing 911 call. A terrified child had run to a nearby neighbor, begging for help, saying her father was trying to hurt her mother during a violent argument. The neighbor called 911 immediately. What made the situation even more disturbing was that 5 other children were still inside the home, forced to witness the horror unfold around them. But before we get into the case, let's listen to the 911 call first.
911 address and emergency. I have a little girl over here saying that her mother is getting stabbed by her dad. Okay, where? Hang on, where are you?
I'm gonna tell you, bruh. These 911 callers, the dispatch, they be pissing me off when I be watching these 911 calls. Like, why you gotta be so rude? It could be somebody calling because their mama dying, their child got kidnapped, or they experienced somebody getting shot, and you yelling at them. You're supposed to be de-escalating the situation, but yet you escalating it. I'm telling you, some people don't deserve to be 911 callers, bro.
Okay, now, hang on. What's the address? Because I can't understand you, so take a deep breath.
Let me take a deep breath. I just realized somebody getting killed.
Right here in front of me. She said her mama and dad, her dad is stabbing her mom. Hang on. Where did the little girl come from? What apartment did you are you the one in Butt? Yeah, this one right here? She said their apartment. I know their name. She's got a bunch of kids. Okay. Okay, what's the mom's name?
The situation was extremely serious and terrifying, something that demanded immediate police intervention. But one thing I have to point out is how poorly the dispatcher handled it. Instead of quickly sending help, she wasted precious seconds asking unnecessary questions. In a case like this, every second matters. Thankfully, officers were already nearby and arrived within moments. But before we get into the footage, I need to say this. What you're about to see is one of the most heartbreaking and shocking body cam clips I've ever come across.
Tell me this mom
It's
did not
extremely
die.
violent, and out of respect for the family, I won't be showing the full video without censorship.
What's up, hon?
And she walked up to her and told her that her father is 9/11 her mother.
Where at? Are they inside?
The conversation said number.
Kick the door, man.
It's gonna be apartment. Hey! Show me your hands! Hey! Shoot! Sit down! Sit down! Show me my hand on the ground!
See, I couldn't be no cop, because I'm telling you, even though he put down that weapon, I would have still shot him, bro. That's why I couldn't be no cop. I promise you. I would have still shot, bruh. You in there doing that to that woman and them kids in there. Oh, I would have emptied the clip on him. Don't ask me, because I'm going to do it. Thank you.
22 shots fired.
As the husband attempted to hurt the mother again, the officer fired, neutralizing the threat. Paramedics were called, and the husband, 37-year-old Robert Anthony Cruz, was taken to a hospital with multiple gunshot wounds. His condition was later reported as stable, though his legal situation remained serious. The woman, who suffered multiple stab wounds, was also rushed to the hospital and treated. Thankfully, she survived and was
I'm
later
so glad
released.
she lived.
But the most tragic part is that it all happened in front of their 5 children, who were inside the home at the time. Honestly, thinking about this brings tears to my eyes. No one should ever have to witness something like that. Hopefully, the family can begin to heal from the emotional trauma soon. Child Protective Services was notified, and the children were placed in safe custody. As of now, there's no public update on whether Cruz survived, what charges were filed, or the outcome of any legal proceedings. Next, you'll see how a dangerous suspect pinned a man to the ground and was seconds away from taking his life, until cops arrived.
Was he stabbing him?
On July 25th, 2023, a shocking incident unfolded when a suspect entered a strip mall and committed a horrifying act. LAPD dispatchers were quickly alerted after callers reported a man armed with a knife actively attacking someone on the ground. The suspect, later identified as 44-year-old Mavic Areola, had appeared out of nowhere, arguing with people in the parking lot before following someone into the strip mall. Inside, he began fighting with several individuals.
You come up to my car if you want to, boy.
Armed with a knife, he started injuring them badly. The fight lasted several moments, and with the weapon in hand, Areola easily overpowered them. But the violence didn't end there. As Areola stepped out of the mall, he started fighting another person, and that's when he seriously began harming him, clearly trying to take his life.
You ain't doing nothing to help, man. Look at that door open. That air actually feel good. It's hot in here. Why the guy that was inside with him didn't come out and help? He gotta be on some drugs.
Areola clearly had no intention of stopping, even after multiple pleas. He pinned the man to the ground for over 5 minutes and stabbed him several times. Officers arrived at the scene around
What took y'all so long?
And what they saw was just as disturbing as the 911 reports. Even with police on scene,
They pissing me
Areola showed
off.
no fear and
This video making me mad, boy. How many times have they put up somebody with a knife stabbing somebody and they ain't shooting? What the hell is that? Shoot! Kill yourself. Oh, my bad. Unalive yourself. I don't care. You just took another life. These cops be so stupid, boy. I'm telling you, because I'm emptying the clip on, boy.
Why he kill him?
No reason. This is a random man in the store.
He stabbed him.
You go out here shooting with salt, boy.
The guy's dead.
I'm sure he is. He stabbed him several
As Areola
times.
tried to stab the man again, officers fired their duty weapons, striking the
Should have been
suspect and
shot him,
bringing the
man.
attack to an immediate end. Additional officers arrived quickly and provided medical aid, but Areola was pronounced dead at the scene. The victim had suffered multiple stab wounds but remained conscious. Emergency personnel treated him on scene and transported him to a nearby hospital, where he was listed in stable condition and is expected to survive. It remains unclear whether Areola and the victim knew each other or if the attack was random.
The dude that got
Investigators
stabbed
are still
lived, but
working to determine.
I think he died.
Next up, you'll see how officers rescued an infant who was held hostage and shot by his father.
Who was shot? The baby?
Shot by his father, so
On the morning of
Baby
May
father got
17,
killed.
2024, authorities in Surprise, Arizona responded to one of the most disturbing
This is gonna be my
domestic
last video,
violence
I'm gonna get
incidents
off.
the community had ever seen. It began
They should
when
put these and post
51-year-old
them
Todd
on.
Marchetti, in a violent fit of rage, broke into his ex-partner's home and took her and their 6-month-old baby hostage. During the ordeal, the mother managed to escape and, with help from a nearby construction crew, called 911. Officers arrived quickly, but the baby was still trapped inside with a dangerous and unpredictable man.
I'm gonna have to turn this off. Cause that's, I promise you. If something happened to this baby, I am gonna lose it. Oh, please tell me he is not. If something happened to that baby boy, it won't be an outro to this video. Cause I'm gonna be so devastated.
Upon arrival, officers surrounded the house, but armed Marchetti began firing shots from inside. The situation quickly became extremely tense, especially after the woman reported that Marchetti had already shot and killed the family dog and was threatening the baby's life. Fearing for the infant's safety, officers made the decision to approach the house immediately, but they had no idea where inside the baby or the suspect was hiding.
Move up. Alton. Sir, move up.
I hear the dog.
Dog was aggressive.
No, he just killed the dog just to kill it.
Get back to my dog.
Girl, he killed this baby.
As officers searched the entire house, they found no one in sight. They were certain the suspect was still inside, but his exact location remained unknown. Their top priority now was finding the baby, who was also nowhere to be seen. After a long, tense search, officers finally heard the sound of an infant crying, and that's when the situation started to shift in a more hopeful direction.
Boy. Cause I was, man.
They got the baby.
Well, I was probably gonna be crying. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, they're running with it. That's good, because you never know. Right, get to a female cop, good.
Officers successfully rescued the baby, but what they found was heartbreaking. His name was Jackson, just 6 months old, and he had been shot 5 times by his own father.
I'm done! I'm done!
Critical condition and rushed to the hospital for emergency treatment. Meanwhile, Todd Marchetti was still inside the house, armed and refusing to surrender.
If they say this
Negotiators tried to
baby,
make
I can't
contact,
even finish
but
the
hours
video,
later,
bro.
the situation escalated again when a fire broke out inside the residence. Firefighters were called in, and once the flames were out, SWAT officers entered and found Marchetti dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. At the hospital, baby Jackson underwent surgery, and miraculously, he
Y'all better be
survived.
glad, because I was about to turn the stream off.
Gunshot wound can be
I'm not even joking,
for a
boy.
baby,
There's a lot of
something
things I can
but
take, but
somehow
when it
he
comes
made
to a
it.
baby,
His mother is also safe and recovering. Next up, you'll see how a man tried to stab someone, but luckily a cop was nearby
oh,
and saved
boy,
the person just in
you ain't
time.
done burning. You burnt in that fire. You finna burn some more, too.
On October October 28th, 2024, officers with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office were dispatched to Grota Street in response to a report.
Hey, I would have had him with a military-grade weapon, you know what I'm saying?
Arrived at the scene and began speaking with
He
the
would have
victim.
disappeared out of
I was about to turn it
It
off.
seemed like a routine
I would've turned
follow-up
him to
on a
dust.
stolen vehicle.
Why you shoot that
As they
baby
were taking
6
statements,
times, 5
a
times?
It's
deadlier
crazy,
situation
man.
started
Like, people are
unfolding.
too fucking
Those
evil,
officers
yo.
never expected they were about to witness such a violent
Right.
encounter that night.
We just gotta put a
Boy, and if you would have went to jail, I wish they would have turned your booty hole every way but loose. I don't care if you bleeding, nigga.
They would have ripped his inside of his.
I wouldn't care.
Good.
Was it big, small?
Yeah, I would be hanging the rest of your life.
I don't even know what they talk about, boy. He done got me riled up.
Hey, drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife!
You hear that?
I don't understand what y'all waiting on my shooting. I'm not waiting.
Shoot.
I'm not waiting.
As the suspect almost started to stab a person, both officers discharged their duty weapons in a coordinated effort to stop the attack. The suspect was struck by gunfire and collapsed at the scene. Officers moved in to secure the weapon and check for victims. Meanwhile, the victim was completely terrified by the incident and had no idea how close he came to dying just moments ago.
It was about to be a random stabbing. It was about to be a random stabbing.
Bro, he was stabbing.
Oh, he just make sure he wasn't hit.
Where's that switch? Here, get this off.
He just trying to make sure, huh?
Make sure he wasn't hit.
Please make sure he didn't get stabbed. Man, I'm telling you, I almost shut the stream off. I'm still stuck on that baby, man.
It's called a adrenaline rush, whatever it is. Like you just,
Yeah, you could get shot or get stabbed and not feel it because your adrenaline rushing.
you're so scared, and then just.
Man, we don't
The
care
victim
about
was
you.
lucky the officers were nearby.
Tried to kill
Otherwise,
somebody.
it could have ended in a fatal encounter. Officers gave medical aid to the suspect, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. Thankfully, the victim didn't suffer
Do
any
we care?
stab wounds. Witnesses later
No.
identified the suspect as 54-year-old Dwan Jackson, who had a long criminal history.
I
had
bet he was
recently served a
either
5-year
drunk or
prison
high.
sentence and was released just 3 months earlier.
You gotta be
In the
looking over
past,
your
Jackson
shoulder
had
nowadays,
reportedly
man.
tried to harm others, and this time he
He look like the
targeted an adult
neighborhood
male
dude,
in a violent rage.
drug
Luckily,
crackhead
no
that
one
be
else
standing
was
on the
injured.
corner of the store.
Next, you'll see how a daughter tried to stab someone in front of her parents, but a hero cop
I seen
stepped
this
in
already,
just in
bro. I
time
don't
to
wanna
save
see
the
that.
victim. On April 20th,
I remember
2021.
She was on her property. That was in 2021. We ain't watching that, boy. That's the last one. Cause that was sad, gang. We not
Multiple
watching that.
911
I played that was that they're saying something that